Well, webheads, today we're diving into the spectacular world of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Should you believe the hype? Is this the greatest comic book film of all time? Well, strap yourselves in and hang on tight because we're in for a wild ride. Let's get into it. Hey movie fans, I'm Matt, and today we're talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is a sequel to the 2018 film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Sidebar, if you haven't seen the first film yet, what are you waiting for? It's literally one of the greatest Spider-Man films of all time. So does this sequel surpass the original? Is it the Godfather Part 2 of Spider-Man films? I know it was you, Miguel, and you broke my heart. You broke my heart. Okay. All kidding aside, let's get into what I liked about the movie. The first thing I have to talk about is the animation. Wow. This film has not only met the bar for movie animation, it absolutely shatters it. This is the most gorgeous animated film I have ever seen on screen. It's like watching a literal painting come to life. The attention to detail, the vibrant colors, the different animation styles that somehow coexist on screen together is simply breathtaking. The animation team deserves all the praise for pushing the boundaries of what's possible in animated filmmaking. But it's not just the stunning visuals that make this film shine. The writing is top-notch, and it builds perfectly upon the foundation laid by the first film. The story seamlessly continues the journey of Miles Morales and his adventures of Spider-Man across the vast Spider-Verse. And nothing in this feels shoehorned in. Everything that we got in the first movie is expanded upon in this movie, and it's done brilliantly. It's thrilling and captivating, and this narrative absolutely keeps you engaged from start to finish. And because of this great writing, one of the things I absolutely loved about this movie is its ability to balance the humor and the emotion. It knows exactly when to deliver those laugh-out-loud moments, and it knows exactly when to tug at your heartstrings. The humor is clever, it's well-timed, and it really does provide a great breather among some of these amazing action sequences. And when it comes to the emotional beats of this movie, boy, does it absolutely deliver. This movie explores the deeper themes of identity, growth, and the responsibilities that come with being a hero. Basically, it's the perfect Spider-Man story. Now, it's not an Across the Spider-Verse review if we don't talk about the nods to Spider-Man fandom in the past. As a longtime fan of the web slinger, I can tell you guys I couldn't help but geek out at the references that came throughout this film. And there are a lot of them. So much so that you will not get every Easter egg or reference within the first viewing. This is going to take multiple viewings. In fact, we're probably going to have to watch other YouTube videos breaking down all the Easter eggs throughout this movie. There are subtle nods to Spider-Man's comic history, and there are some more in-your-face type of Easter eggs, and there are some very, very clever Easter eggs that may go over some people's heads, but when referenced back, it'll make a whole lot of sense, and they were brilliantly put in. And overall, the movie absolutely pays tribute to the Spider-Man universe, whether it's within films or in comic books. It's a literal love letter to the fans, and it left me with a huge smile on my face. And lastly, I have to give a shout out to the voice acting in this movie, which was superb across the board. The whole cast brought their A-game, really breathing life into these beloved characters, whether it was Miles Morales, Peter B. Parker, Gwen Stacy or Spider-Woman, or Miguel O'Hara. Everyone in this movie absolutely nailed it when it comes to the voice acting. Now here comes the fun part. I've seen folks online want to regard this movie as a masterpiece, and at this point, I'm not willing to put my stamp on that. That's only for you, Man of Steel. Okay. All kidding aside. I'm not, though. This movie isn't perfect, and there are some things I am going to talk about. Firstly, I have to talk about the cliffhanger ending. While it absolutely left me excited for what's to come, it left me with a sense of incompleteness. The movie builds up to this great thrilling climax only to leave us hanging and yearning for more. And I get it. It's all by design, right? It's all marketing, and I don't have an issue with that. But I was just complaining recently in my Fast X review that I'm not a fan of the cliffhanger ending, and I like finality to my films. And once again, I'm introduced with the cliffhanger ending. And it's absolutely a testament to the film's ability to keep us hooked and invested. But for me personally, it's absolutely frustrating that I now have to wait until the next installment to get the resolution that I want. And this is one of the reasons why I think movies like Empire Strikes Back or Infinity War work so well on their own, because they are movies on their own. Yes, the arguments could be made that there are open-ended storylines, and we're going to get those resolutions, but when a movie just blank chop ends right there, that's not what we're looking for. Finish the movie, and then go on to the next one. And look, just because I don't like the cliffhanger endings doesn't mean that you don't have to. If that's something you're into and you like that kind of storytelling technique, then by all means, I praise you and enjoy it for what it is. But because of this technique, I do feel that the movie sometimes prioritized visual time over story time. And what I mean is that it felt longer than it really needed to be. In particular, I'm talking about the first 20 minutes of the film and the last 20 minutes of the film. The first 20 minutes of the film does a great job of setting up an arc, but it drags on far too long, and it could have been cut down considerably shorter. The last 20 minutes of the film, however, just felt like a collection of fake endings that really didn't add any substantial value to the narrative story. It felt more like a collection of just looking at art pieces the whole time while we were waiting for the movie to cut to black. While these minor pacing issues didn't go unnoticed to me, it doesn't overshadow the amount of fun I had watching this movie. The film's strengths in animation, writing, humor, and emotional depth far outweigh a cliffhanger type ending and some minor pacing concerns at the end. In conclusion, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is an absolute triumph. It's easily one of the best Spider-Man films, but more importantly, it's a game changer for the world of animation. With its stunning visuals, rich writing, perfect blend of humor and heart, and nods to Spider-Man's history, it really is a must-watch for fans and movie lovers alike. And because it's the internet, I'm absolutely going to plant my flag in the sand, and I'm going to say that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best comic book movies of all time. I don't know if I'm going to put it in my top 5 list though, and I'm actually going to go as far as to say that I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a better film. Yes, my DMs and my comments are open, so feel free to let me know why I'm wrong. Also, in keeping line with that, I do believe that the first soundtrack to this movie is far superior than this one. Just a little side note. But I wholeheartedly recommend this film to everyone. Whether you're a Spider-Man fan or simply someone who appreciates incredible storytelling and groundbreaking animation, you won't be disappointed. First off, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come and check out my review of this film. But as I always say, I'm just one voice, and personally, I want to know what you think about this. Am I crazy? Did I miss something? Did you guys get a chance to check this one out yet? What else are you seeing? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to having discussions about the movies we love and the ones we hate. Next week, I'll be checking out Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Now, I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed the first Michael Bay film, and I absolutely love Bumblebee, but I am not looking forward to this film, and it's the only new one my theater is showing. So I'll be going to check it out, and hopefully I'll have a good time with it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys at the theaters next week. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos.